guys, how are you doing? It's Zainab and you are very welcome back to my channel. Today I came here to talk about an experience that I had a few years ago, which was health related and it was medical. And the reason I decided to come here and share it with you guys is because, well, it is something that is not inevitable and it is being done regularly all around the world every day. But not a lot of people are aware of its complications that hopefully if you're watching this video, it hasn't happened to you, and after watching this video, you will just know how to go and take care of this simple thing that I'm about to talk about. The thing that I want to talk about, and unfortunately its complications happen to me, are any sort of procedures that you might be doing on your bottom wisdom teeth. Yeah, you heard that right. Those two teeth right at the end of the teeth at the bottom of your mouth in your lower jaw. A lot of people go extract them or do surgery on them, and I was one of them. After finishing my procedure of having braces on my teeth for a few years, my dentist told me that I needed to extract my wisdom teeth so that they wouldn't put pressure on the rest of my teeth and move them. And they gave me the address of a hospital, which a part of it was specifically for dentists, and they were doing any sort of procedure that you might think of. I went there and I did the surgery on my bottom right wisdom tooth. And you might be thinking, like, what could possibly go wrong? I was thinking about the same too, because no one back in the day told me what complications it might have, but unfortunately, 3 different things happened to me. So what happened to me is that my lingual nerve, the nerve that goes into your tongue, got damaged. And I got TMD. If you want to know more about this, watch the video till the end, because I'm right about to say the very sad story of what happened to me and how I'm still dealing with its complications. So I went there and the dentist took a quick look at the imaging that I had done to my teeth, the OPG, and she said, all right then, I'm going to give you an appointment, come here, I'm going to do surgery on your wisdom tooth and extract it. I was like, all right, let's do that. And the day of the appointment came and I went there and my life changed after that forever. The first thing that went wrong was the fact that my surgery took more than an hour, which is very long for a dental procedure, or at least all the dental procedures that I've gone through. My mouth was open during the surgery all the time with no rest, with no nothing. After the surgery, in pain and agony, I started going towards my house, and then on my way there, there was nothing that could help me ease the pain, no painkiller, no nothing. And when I got home and I took a look at myself in the mirror, I was just frustrated because the right side of my face was completely swollen. And then I figured out why I couldn't open my right eye or move the right side of my mouth. Well, the right side of my mouth still makes sense because, well, I was on anesthesia and it takes like a few hours for it to wear off. But the fact that everything was still like double the size of what you can see in the camera right now, it was just too scary, it was too horrifying. But then I was like, maybe it's because of the surgery, so I believe that the dentist saw it there, so let's not worry too much. A few hours passed and the effect of the anesthesia wore off. That was when I realized there's also something else very wrong. I believe that you already know that when you do some dental procedures that can have some bleeding and stuff after that, you usually start off by eating something very cool. So I went for ice cream. When I took the first bite, I realized that I couldn't taste anything at all. I couldn't taste anything. I couldn't tell what I was eating. And then again, I was like, maybe it's because of the surgery, but let's call the dentist tomorrow. We called the dentist the day after, and she says, because of the surgery, it's okay. It's gonna go away. And by the way, the right side of my face that was swollen. It took it more than a month to go away, which is a very long time. After a few days, not after a few days, maybe after 5, 6, 7 days, we still saw that I can't taste anything. I couldn't tell what I was eating. There was no sense of taste in my mouth at all. So we called her again, and I went there again, and I explained to her the things that were wrong with me, and she said, I believe that your lingual nerve has been damaged, and she gave me some physiotherapy sessions. I kept going there, doing the physiotherapy. Nothing was improving, nothing was helping. So after 1-2 months, I went back to her, and this time, the secretary told me she doesn't want to see you anymore, which was such an uh-oh moment for me, because I was like, now she knows what she's done and she's trying to get away with it. I kept on going to the physiotherapy sessions with the hope of something happening. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you something else as well. The thing that I said, 3 complications. One of them is TMD, and the other one, which includes the 2 issues, is my lingual nerve being damaged, which resulted in 2 things. One of them was not being able to taste anything, and the other one was that the right side of my tongue was fully numb. Like, I could move it, but I couldn't feel anything. There was no pain, there was no nothing, as if I didn't have the right side of my tongue. I opened the parentheses here because I forgot to tell you. So I kept on going to the physiotherapy centers. Maybe something would help, and nothing helped. So that was when my parents decided, because back in the day I wasn't married, they decided to take me to other dentists. Maybe someone could help us. And all of them said her lingual nerve has been damaged and there's nothing that we can do for her. This is how she's going to be for the rest of her life. By the way, that's not true. A little later in my story, you're going to figure out that something good actually happened in the middle of all this misery as well. After the dentist, we started going to other doctors, the neurologists, different types of doctors, and we got 3 different answers. One of them was, she's going to be like this for the rest of her life. There's nothing we can do for her. The second answer was, it's all in her head. The third answer was, she's crazy. We should give her some psychological pills, which was frustrating because at some point you start doubting yourself. Maybe I'm wrong, but how could I be wrong? I couldn't taste anything for months, and I couldn't feel the right side of my tongue for months. If I would bite it, I couldn't tell. If it was bleeding, I couldn't tell because I couldn't taste iron in my mouth, that irony test of blood, or I couldn't feel it anywhere on the right side of my tongue. We kept on going to this and that doctor, this and that doctor, this and that doctor for a year and a half, which is a very long time, filled with doctors, filled with bad news, filled with a lot of bad things, until we went to this dentist who said that her lingual nerve has been damaged and only a microsurgeon can fix it. So start looking for microsurgeons because that dentist didn't know anyone who could help me. We started looking for microsurgeons. The first one told me, there's nothing I can do. The second one told me, I can give it a shot, but I will have to open all of the right side of your face, which will lead to a lifetime of big stitch marks on your face, which was not something that you would want as a young woman. After a while, we went, no, I just can't. Especially that there was no reassurance. He never said that he would actually fix it. He said, I can open it up and see what's going on. I remember that there was this doctor that we went to and said she's crazy, and said that if I put a needle right through her tongue, she can't feel it. And to prove himself right, he actually did that. And I didn't scream or even flinch because I couldn't feel anything. And then he told my mom that she is crazy. Take her out of my clinic. There's nothing I can do for her. I remember that we came down, I was crying like crazy because I was on the verge of giving up. And there was this hero that my brother came and introduced to us, and he said, I found this microsurgeon who actually might be able to help you. But because I was so tired, so sick of everything, then I said, no, I'm not gonna go, it's enough for a while. But he somehow pushed me to go there, and I'm so happy that he did. Because once we went there, I met this hero that saved my life and my family's life. He said that he's had cases like me before, and that he could actually help me, he could open things up. He said that he is sure that there's something very wrong with my lingual nerve, but he doesn't know whether it's been fully cut, or it's been damaged, or it's been whatever else that can happen to a nerve. And he told me that if we are okay, we can get an appointment. We did get an appointment for the surgery. We went there and I did the surgery, which was life-changing for me, because as soon as I came out of the operation room and I figured out that there are some spots on the right side of my tongue that I could feel after a year something. That was pure joy when I was in pain and agony, because the surgery was too painful. Inside my mouth was hurting, my ear was hurting, my throat was hurting, I had headaches. It was just too bad. But I was just so happy, because gradually, day after day, I could feel my tongue even more. Now that I'm talking to you guys, I've got the senses of the right side of my tongue back fully, except for the edge of it, which is not numb, but it's tingling all the time, and you can't feel pain. But that's just the edge. I can feel the rest of my tongue, which is something that I'm extremely grateful for. I remember that I was in the hospital when my mom brought me this banana pudding that I put a spoon in my mouth, and I said, "Oh my God, it's sweet!" And I could feel and I could sense the sweetness of that pudding after a very long time. I could finally taste something in my mouth, which was like a blessing, which was like one of the best things that has ever happened to me. And I remember that me, my mom, everybody was crying out of joy, because everybody was going through a lot with what was happening to me. But the complications are still with me. The right edge of my tongue is tingling all the time, and when I get angry, or when I get sad, or too upset, or too nervous, it becomes even more tingly. But that's just fine. As long as I've got my sense of taste back and I got the feeling in my tongue back, I'm happy with it. And also there's one more thing here, and that is the fact that I can't taste spiciness. No matter how spicy something is, I cannot tell that it is spicy. It might take it years for it to come back, and there is a very low chance that it will not come back to me. After a few years, it hasn't come back to me yet, but that's just fine as long as I can taste other things, sweetness, sourness, bitterness, all the things. But there's something cool here as well, and that is the fact that my taste in different foods has changed. Like there were some food that I liked before that incident, but I don't like them anymore. There were some food that I didn't like, but I like them more now. Everything tastes new. There is a chance that my tongue can't feel what it could feel before the incident. Like everything feels different, tastes different, but it's just like I'm born again, getting a hang of how everything tastes like again, which is kind of sad, but also somehow exciting, right? There is also one more thing that happened to me in this procedure, and that is TMD. I don't know whether you've heard it or not, but it's a disorder that happens to your jaw joint, which is right next to your ear. And that happened because during my wisdom tooth surgery, my mouth was open for a very long time. That might not directly have anything to do with my wisdom tooth extraction, but it is one of the complications of any sort of dental procedure. And unfortunately for me, that happened to me alongside all the other things that happened to me while being under that doctor's hands. How I figured out that I had it, because I didn't figure it out back in the day, was I work on my laptop a lot. And from some point on out, I figured out when I looked down for a very long time at my laptop, I'm having a hard time opening or closing my mouth, and everything would hurt here and radiate all the way to my head. After a while, I asked some doctors, and they said that it it is that disorder, and at the end I decided to go to this TMJ center, which is a center specifically for the disorders that happen to your jaw joint. I went there, and the first question that they asked me was, have you ever had a dental procedure in which your mouth has been open for too long? That's how I figured that the same dentist did this to me. I got night guards, I got some medication, and after a while I started to feel better, but it is a lifetime thing. Even though I'm much better right now, I'm not in pain and agony all the time. I have way less headaches, but every time I tooth clench, when I'm angry, when I'm nervous, the pain comes back. It will never go away, and it will need its own care just like any other health issues. With all these things being said, you might be thinking, did I do anything to that dentist? Yes, I did. I sued her twice, once before my lingual nerve surgery and once after my lingual nerve surgery. The first time she showed up at the court, going in upset, coming out happy, and we're like, oh, she proved us otherwise. The second time I took a jam-packed folder of documentation of my medical history, of the surgery. I got some letters from the surgeon who did that lingual nerve surgery in my mouth. I got some letters from some of the dentists that I went to, and I took all of them to the court, and this time we are pretty sure that she bribed the judge. The reason that I say that is because, the results came, and they were like, everything that you are talking about is true, except for the fact that we are not sure whether she's done it or not. You know, my right bottom wisdom tooth surgery was the only thing that I had done in my mouth ever in that area that could possibly damage my lingual nerve. Now I am living with the lifetime complications of this very bad incident that changed my life forever, but it's just fine because, as I said, as long as I got my feeling back and as long as I can taste food and have the joy of eating, I'm extremely thankful and grateful. Guys, if you are watching this video and you're about to do anything to your wisdom tooth, specifically the bottom ones, make sure that you are going to the right dentist who knows what he or she's doing. If anyone anywhere told you that you need to do anything to your bottom wisdom teeth, make sure that you take this imaging that is called CBCT. Make sure you take that, because that shows whether your tooth is on your nerve or is not. If it's in a risky position or a bad place in your mouth, that extracting it or doing anything to it might bring complications. I didn't know it back in the day, and that dentist didn't ask me to take it, but after everything I've been through, now I know that no one should do anything to their bottom wisdom teeth without taking CBCT. So make sure you take that. If anyone ever tells you that you need to do anything to your bottom wisdom teeth, don't just rely on one dentist. Make sure that you talk to at least 2-3 dentists when you want to do something to your wisdom tooth. If you are a dentist, tell me how common it is for your lingual nerve to be damaged. The thing about bottom wisdom teeth is that for me, it was on my lingual nerve. For a lot of people, it's on their jaw nerve, which can have other complications, like they might not feel, or the side of their mouth might go numb for the rest of their lives, or they even might drool because they might not have control over the side of their mouth. Make sure that those dentists are searching through what is going on in here or in here, and they know what is going on. They know what will happen if they do anything to your wisdom teeth. If you ever do any dental procedures that take long, make sure that you give your mouth a rest every few minutes. If you are going to a good dentist, they already know that. They will already suggest it. But if they don't know what they're doing, just remind them that you need to give your mouth a rest. You don't want TMD to happen to you. It's a lifetime disorder. It has no certain cure. It can only be treated with the hope of the pain and everything going away over time. But you might have some limitations in when you are eating, talking, or chewing gum, and a lot more things. So it's just not worth it. I know that it might cause the procedure to be longer, but you really don't want any of these things that happened to me happen to you. That was my sad story about what happened to me. I hope that if you are watching this video, you will be cautious enough whenever you go to a dental office, or if you know someone who is going to do anything in their mouth, to their teeth, specifically their bottom wisdom teeth, you share this video with them, because we really don't want our health to be in danger or go down, right? That's about it for now. I hope that this video can help anyone who needs help regarding these things. If you are going to do anything, it can help you. If you've already done something and you're dealing with complications, I hope that this video will help you too. By the way, before I say bye-bye, I want to make sure that you guys are subscribing to my channel, like, comment, and share my video. And more important than all of these, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you can come here, watch it, so we can talk about it. See you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.